Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on factorising with multiple x's. Here we have our first problem. It's 3x squared, add 16x, add 5. Now we know it's going to be two brackets as it's a quadratic. And we can work out that both of our signs are going to be positive because you've got plus 16x and plus 5. So we write that in to begin with. And now to start off with, we're going to try and find how we're going to make 3x squared. So first of all, we need to write out the factors of 3. Now we can only make 3 one way because it's a prime number. That's by timesing 1 by 3. So our two numbers are going to be 3x and x. Now for our next step, we're going to ignore the 16x because that's the hardest bit to make. But we're going to try and make our add 5x. So again, we need to think about our factors of 5. And just like the 3, 5 is a prime number, so that's going to be 1 and 5. But we need to try and work out which way round they go to make our 16x. So if we try our 1 in this bracket, that's going to give us plus x. If we try our 5 in this bracket, that's going to give us plus 15x, which altogether is going to give us plus 16x, which is what we need. So we're going to put our 1 in this bracket and our 5 in this bracket. Now if we try expanding it out again just to check, altogether we've got 3x squared because we've got 3x times by x. Add 15x, 3x times by 5. Add x, which is 1 times by x. Add 5. Which we can simplify down to 3x squared, add 16x, add 5. Here we have our second problem. It's 8x squared, add 30x, add 18. And just like before, we know there's going to be two brackets because it's quadratic, which means it has an x squared in it. And again, we know that they're both going to be positive numbers because you've got plus 30x and plus 18x. So you can put the positives in first. But this is a bit trickier because we've got 8x. And there's multiple ways we can make 8. So that's 1 times 8 and 2 and 4. Now how we can do this is by trial and error. So we need to set out two sets of brackets. So here's our first one. Here's our second one. And in one of them we need to put 1 and 8. So 1x and 8x in this one. In the other one we need to put 2x and 4x. And we just need to try out and see which one works. So just like before, we're going to ignore the 30x to begin with and go to 18x. So we need to think of our ways to make 18. So we've got 1 and 8. 1 and 18, sorry. We've got 2 and 9. We've got 3 and 6. So if we put 1 and 18 in here, it's going to give us a far too big number for our x in the middle here. So it's not going to fit in this top one. But if we put 1 and 18 in here, it's still going to give us a too big number. So we're just trying to make 30. So you can cross this one out. Now with 2 and 9, if we put a 2 in here, 2 times by 8 is 16. And 9 times by 1 is 9. And that would give us 25x, which is too small. If we swap the numbers over and did 9 times 8, it's going to give us 72x. That's way too big as well. If we put them in here, so put the 2 in this space here, that's going to give us 8x. And the 9 here, that's going to give us 18x, which is going to give us 26x altogether, which again is too small. If we swap them over and put 9 here, 9 fours are 36. And again, that's going to be way too big. So we're down to this one here. We know that's the only one that will work. So if we try putting a 3 here, 3 times 8 is going to give us 24. And if we put 6 here, 6 times 1, it's going to give us 6, which altogether is going to give us 30. And that's what we're aiming for, 30x. So we put this in here for the time being. We can try the other ones just to make sure we are right. So we swap them over and put 6 times a. That's going to give us 48, which again is too big. And if we try them down here, 3 times 4 is 12, and 6 times 2 is 12, which is going to give us 24x, which is too small. Swap them over. 6 times 4 is 24, and 3 times 2 is 6, so that works. So actually there's 2 ways of making this. And these are our 2 ways. 2x add 6, and 4x plus 3, and 1x plus 3 times by 8x plus 6. Now both of these are right. So if you put either of these in an exam, you would get the marks. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it helped. As always, if you have any future video suggestions, please leave them down there in the comment section below. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out my other social medias, which are also in the description.